You know, no matter what goes on in life, we should always be communicating with God, shouldn't we? That's not always an easy thing to do. Let's talk about it in your morning cup of inspiration. Thanks for joining me. I was reading the last chapter of James, and James makes it very clear to us that no matter what goes on in life, everything needs to be surrounded by our relationship with God. Listen to what he says it's the last chapter, the 5th chapter, and in the 13th verse it says, "Are you in trouble? Well, then you should pray. Are you happy? Then you should praise. Sing songs of praise. Are you sick? Hey, call for the elders of the church." Basically, bring in reinforcements. So he's just telling us that no matter what you're going through, whether it's trouble, whether it's a happy and a good time, whether you're sick, no matter what it is, you can always go to the Lord in communication, whether it's praising him, whether it's praying and asking him for something, whether it's getting somebody else involved to help strengthen you. And then he goes on to say in the 16th verse, it says, "The prayer of a righteous man is powerful and effective." Our prayers can be effective. And then he goes on, do you need a miracle? Sometimes we need a miracle, and many times we don't believe for a miracle, do we? Listen to what he reminds us about the man Elijah, the great prophet of the Old Testament. 17th verse, he says, "Elijah is a man just like us." We lose sight of that so much, don't we? We think of these Old Testament heroes and we can't relate to them. But James is reminding us that Elijah was just like us. And he goes on to remind us about the 3.5 years that he prayed for no rain fell. Then he prayed for rain fell. Elijah had fire come down from heaven. And James himself was a man of miracles. As you'll remember, the disciples healed many people once the church was getting established. So he's letting us know, don't even be afraid of a miracle. Whatever you need from God, ask. The fervent prayers of a righteous man availeth much. So if you're in trouble, pray. If you're happy, praise the Lord. If you're sick, ask someone to pray with you. If you need a miracle, believe for it. That's what God's here for. God bless. Hope that encouraged you. Thanks for joining me for that morning cup of inspiration, and we'll see you next time.